Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, under the weekly talk section. You will find the link there. So today is the last Sunday, as well as the last day of August, being August 31st, 2025. And we are continuing with our monthly theme of On the Wings of Love. Today's topic is Love's Descent. And the recommended book for reading this month has been Teachings on Love by Thich Nhat Hanh. And so at this time, I would like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. Here, we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you, and everyone is welcome here. We teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and it's based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We have the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and we'll be meeting in person Sundays at noon at Café La Ventana on the first and third Sundays of each month. After service, whether it's on Zoom or in person, please hang out with us after to enjoy some coffee and great conversation with like-minded people. And also, as part of our intention to grow our center here, we are offering or inviting as guest speaker on the second Sunday of each month to provide the message in Spanish with English translation. So that would be on the Zoom only. And now, as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements together. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on their own drop-down page on our website. So if you are interested in knowing more about them, please have a look there. And now the tradition that we have brought back, which is reading from the Creative Thought magazine. Let's have a look at today's spiritual mind treatment. So this is from Sunday, August 31st, 2014. And just a reminder that affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. The genius within me is now released. The light of God flows through me and reveals itself in glorious ideas that are needed to perfect the kingdom of God on earth. These ideas fit my special talents, and my talents are expanded to include the ideas presented to me. God uses me to express himself in new, desirable, and efficient ways that prosper me and also bless the world. God has set before me the open door of destiny, and no person can shut it. I will not weary in well doing, for when I least expect it, I shall reap. I make friends with hindrances, and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Everything in the universe, visible and invisible, is working to bring me my own. All channels are free and open. I have the mental equivalent of success and achievement. I have persistence. I have divine assurance. I am aware of the presence of God within me. I am aware, alert, and alive. I now fully fulfill my destiny. So that was originally submitted in August 1963 by Laura Holman. So it's a little bit of a different spiritual mind treatment than what we are used to. So in the science of mind, love is not something that falls down on us from above, nor is it something that we earn or lose. Instead, it's an expression of the one life, one mind, one presence that is everywhere. And when we talk about the descent of love, we are pointing to how the infinite quality of love in spirit moves into our human awareness and our daily living. Love is synonymous with spirit. It's not just an emotion, but the fundamental nature of the divine, the creative impulse of life itself. Love is always present, timeless, and unchanging. It doesn't actually descend. What changes is our ability to recognize and embody it. The descent can be seen as love moving from the universal level of spirit into our individual consciousness. And through prayer or spiritual mind treatment, meditation, or moments of deep oneness, we allow divine love to filter into our thoughts and our heart, and then to express as kindness, compassion, and connection in our lives. When love descends, it becomes form and action. Forgiveness, generosity, intimacy, community, and service, to name a few. It moves from the idea of love, the infinite, into the expression of love, the inner shift, into the expression of love as our actions. We don't wait passively for love to descend. Instead, we align with it. The more we are open, and the more we open our consciousness, release fear, and practice spiritual principles, the more love can flow through us into the world. In this way, we are instruments of love's descent. Spirit loves through us. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote this: the Buddha taught that it is possible to live 24 hours a day in a state of love. Every movement, every glance, every thought, and every word can be infused with love. So let's review cause and effect. Everything we do influences the world. From where we shop, where we travel, what we eat, how we speak to others, the waste we produce, and even our most fleeting thoughts. We can't separate ourselves from the world. Our existence is intertwined. And I've noticed that no matter what country or city you are living in, there seems to be a lot of disagreements about how things should be done, whether it's about the economy and finances, climate change, education, equality, or freedom of speech, just to name a few. Yes, people have the right to express their concerns. And have we paused to consider how our actions affect our homes, our families, and communities around the world? Our actions touch the lives of others. This realization is both a burden and a responsibility that we all share. Our actions coming from a place of either love or anger. To receive the effect of love, we must have love as the cause. Todd Michael wrote this in his book, The 12 Conditions of a Miracle. He said, "Such is the advantage point of the continental divide. All precipitation landing on the eastern side of the ridge flows to the Boulder Creek and eventually makes its way to the Atlantic Ocean. All precipitation falling on the western side of the ridge flows down to the Colorado River and eventually emptying into the Pacific Ocean. In theory, drops that landed on the eastern side ended up in the Atlantic, while drops on the other side ended up in the Pacific. Although hard to believe, the difference of a fraction of an inch here at the point of origin would eventually result in the difference of an entire ocean, an entire world. It's funny, but that's how cause and effect is. The difference in one step, one choice, one word, one little thought, form at the point of origin can make a literal world of difference as the flow sweeps downward or downstream, inexorably amplifying our intent. You are balanced on your own continental divide every moment of your life. Each moment as you walk this ridge that is your life, you make a choice, whether you are aware of it or not. Each moment, you choose to pour the water of your thoughts down one side or the other. You either choose to sow thoughts of uncertainty, conflict, and lack, or you choose to sow thoughts of fulfillment, happiness, and ease. Visions of intentional, positive creation. So every thought has a cause and an effect. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "The great love of the universe must be one with the great law of its own being, and we approach love through the law. This, then, is our teaching, love and law." Ernest Holmes wrote, "Love points the way, and law makes the way possible." While the law remains constant and unwavering, we have the power to influence what guides us on our journey. Love is a powerful force that can illuminate our path, but it's important to recognize that the other emotions, such as jealousy, hatred, and contempt, can also point the way. These feelings can lead us down harmful paths, shaping our experiences in ways that may not serve the highest good. To ensure that love is the guiding force in all that we do, we must consciously choose to let it lead our thoughts, actions, and interactions. This choice is essential as it creates a foundation for positive outcomes in our lives. When love is at the forefront, the law will work in our favor. allowing us to manifest our dreams and desires. By cultivating love in our hearts and our minds, we invite the possibility of transformation and healing, not only for ourselves, but also for those that are around us. So let love be your compass and trust that the law will take care of the rest, creating a path of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Pema Chodron wrote this: we think that by protecting ourselves from suffering, we are being kind to ourselves. The truth is, we only become more fearful, more hardened, more alienated. We experience ourselves as being separate from the whole. Yet, when we don't close off and we let our hearts break, we discover our kinship with all beings. So, awareness of suffering doesn't create suffering. Awareness of suffering offers an opportunity to right or correct the direction and attitude of our attention, thoughts, and beliefs. Suffering isn't comfortable, whether it's our own suffering or the suffering of others. But that temporary discomfort of coming to terms with the suffering in and around us opens the door to liberation and freedom. Giving suffering our attention will not fan the flames of suffering. It's a necessary part of our individual and collective growth and our healing. We must know what isn't working, what isn't in alignment with our highest good. We must know if something we have been doing, saying, or choosing has caused hardship for others. It is in this awareness of the suffering in our lives that we can begin to turn the trajectory of our living. We start with an affirmation, a prayer, or a spiritual mind treatment. Maybe we do some research and come across something inspiring. Then we can ask for help from someone. And the next thing, we find ourselves trying to find a new approach to a situation in our life. And this willingness to start with awareness is so powerful. Begin with love, trust in its guiding action, and watch the law work its harmony to express a new and expanding way of living. So this week, we are looking at the 5 mindfulness trainings from Thich Nhat Hanh. And they are one of the most concrete ways to practice mindfulness. So this week, choose one training each day to focus on, allowing these powerful statements to guide your thoughts and actions, and challenge yourself to embody each training fully, living one at a time, day by day, and start or deepen your journey toward mindful living today. And all of these 5 will be reposted in our webpage under the talk for today. So the first of the mindful trainings is being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life. I am committed to cultivating compassion and learning ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, and in my way of life. Number 2, aware of suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression. I am committed to cultivating loving kindness and learning ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, and I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on Earth. Number 3, aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I am committed to cultivating responsibility and learning ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I am determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I am determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. Number 4, aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I am committed to cultivating loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news that I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. And number 5, aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I am committed to cultivating good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I am determined not to use alcohol or any other intoxicant, or to ingest foods or other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I am aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and for the transformation of society. So once again, pick one for each day of this coming week to contemplate. And I'll leave you with this quote by Maya Angelou. I am grateful to have been loved and to be loved now and to be able to love, because love liberates. And that leads us to our affirmation for the week. I am grounded in a love that knows no condition. And now it's time for our updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find out the details. And let me know if there's a specific course, such as meditation or another book study even, that you would be interested in taking, or of course, any of the accredited classes that you need to move forward. And we can plan for dates for these courses as well. Accredited courses will be resuming next month in September, including second-year practitioner studies. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment, please connect with me so we can arrange for that. And if you would like to become a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership is renewed annually, or if you would like to be on the board of trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the current application forms. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And now it's time for our mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated. Donations can be made using either PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page or on the page where you find the weekly talks. Alternatively, you can still mail in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y 8M1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace. Hug your friends, hug your loved ones, hug your neighbor. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.